Welcome back to Houston Live. From transforming her own Houston builder-grade home into a custom space, also starring on Magnolia Network, our next guest has made DIY design her passion.
And she's sharing that creativity in her first book, Home Improve, filled with approachable projects that can help you make your home feel more personal without a big budget.
That's right.
Love that, right? Fariha Nasir joins us now to talk about the book, her design journey, and why she wants more people to feel confident tackling DIY products.
I think she's talking to us.
To us.
Ladies, we need to fix this.
Let's
we need
talk.
to get you picking up power tools, because if I can do it, anyone can. Because I actually failed my woodworking class back in Pakistan. I did go to art school. I made all the boys do my work for me.
What?
I did. I hadn't used a drill in my life until I moved here 12 years ago. And if I can do it, you guys.
Okay, Fariha, you have a fascinating story. From Pakistan, you moved here 12 years ago, but you had not picked up any type of interior design until when?
So until we bought our second home, which is our current home, I hadn't done anything. For our first house, we hired out someone to put up the curtain rods because A, we didn't own a drill, and B, we did not know what we were doing.
Oh man, man.
And so then what happened next? Was it paint? And like, what inspired you to change it yourself, to get at it yourself instead of paying someone to put up curtains?
You know what? It was the desire to have a beautiful home,
Right.
but on a budget. Because like many of American homeowners and renters, we all want a dream home, a custom home, but we don't necessarily have that budget to put towards designers and contractors. And that is a beef that I've had with the design industry for years and years, because not everyone can put that money towards design, and I want it to be more accessible to people. You know, good design shouldn't be aspirational. It should be something that you can, that everyone can have access to.
Absolutely. So we've seen you on TV shows. Your first one was Magnolia Network's Dream Room in a Day, right?
That was with the Design Network, and then Problem Spaces was with Magnolia.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
But I love the fact that you're taking some things that people think are out of their reach, out of their realm of ability, and making it so that you can take this and do this in your own home.
Really encouraging people, inspiring people to take control of their own homes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the goal.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite project that you like to work on the most? Are you like a countertops girl? Are you a kitchen remodel?
Okay,
Are you a bedroom?
You know what? I'd have to say, if it's anything with trim work and wallpaper, let me at it. I love me some good wallpaper, a lot of color and pattern. Because where I'm from, we have such a rich history of color and textiles and textures, and so many beautiful crafts that we have in our country. And then I want to bring them here, and I want to expose more people to block printing, to beautiful crafts.
You know what, I think that's so great, because I think a lot of people get stuck in, I want everything gray, I want everything white so that it matches everything. They're afraid of a little bit of color, afraid of a little bit of blocking.
Too, right.
But you're gonna set that straight, right?
Oh yeah, we don't like millennial gray in my house. Okay. We don't do that. We encourage lots of bursts of color.
Yes.
I love that you guys are wearing blue, no bait, and I'm the one with. You know what? Today, I'm going to show you color, but it's going to be in my wallpaper.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's talk about your book here. What inspired you to write it?
So, you know what? It was never in my imagination that I would write a book, but I had a literary agent approach me. She loved my story. And she thought, you have the perfect blend of DIY knowledge plus design. So that's kind of my secret sauce, where I have a designer's eye, but I also can equip people with the tools to be able to, start their own DIY journeys.
And stay in the consumer's budget.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so this book is the guide I wish I had when I started DIYing my house. It has everything that you need as a beginner to transform your builder-grade or boring home into a custom dream home. It's got lots of projects, it's got design inspiration, real-life advice, what I wish I knew when I had walked into the hardware store the first time around, because it's not easy. It's overwhelming walking into a hardware store and staring at a row of lumber in front of you, not knowing what's what. So yeah, all the mistakes that I've made, all of those learnings, all of those learnings are in here. There's a lot of styling inspiration. So it's something for that everyone could learn from.
Yeah, all right. This is going to launch on September the 22nd. Pre-orders available right now. Are you doing something special where you're going to meet some fans, though, while you're here?
Oh, yes. There's going to be a really fun party at Lit Book Bar on September 22nd, launch day. We're going to have henna. We're going to have a bouquet bar, food, drinks, so much fun stuff.
Okay, there we go. Those are the details right there. This is so great, Fariha, but like when it comes to, you just mentioned, you nailed it right there. You hit the nail on the head, if I don't say so myself. When you walk into some of these places, it is so overwhelming. And it's not just the pieces that you need. There's such an abundance of color and different styles. It's almost like you answered the question, where do I begin? And some of these answers are going to help you out right here.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I think it's such a bite-sized book. Like you can really, it feels easy and everything feels approachable. And that's my goal, to help people understand, like, where do I start?
Okay.
And people need to understand they need to be patient with themselves. Give themselves some grace.
Yeah.
And start small. Don't make my mistake. Don't build a laundry countertop for your first woodworking project.
That's not what I do.
Do not recommend. So do as I say.
Not as I do.
As you did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, coming up after the break, Fariha, you're going to stay here. You're going to walk us through a fun DIY faux painting block demo that you can do at home and that you promise Kathy and I can do here.
I think you absolutely can.
That could be rough.
We're going to make sure of it.
That's all coming up next when Houston Life returns. Welcome back to Houston Life. We just talked about how Fariha uses DIY to make a builder-grade home feel more custom, and now we are putting that philosophy to work right here.
She's showing us how to create a block print wallpaper, but there's no wallpaper involved here. This is really awesome to see, and I'm excited to get down to work and not do as awesome.
We're gonna get you ladies doing some amazing block printing here, which actually does not involve any stamp whatsoever. The only thing we're using is these little foam brushes, which are circular.
So show us what you've brought, because this is a finished product of what it's going to look like, correct?
So here's a really simple pattern that you can actually do yourself. You don't need to be an artist. You can just stamp. And then there's literally one stick and do little dashes right there. You use a simple paintbrush.
My question is, how are you getting it so perfectly spread apart? Are you using a ruler? Are you just kind of gauging?
This little guy right here is your secret weapon. I use it for everything. It's my handy laser level. I use it for most of my projects. So this will help you align the pattern, get that perfectly straight line. And I'm going to demonstrate it in just a minute. And I left like a couple of these empty, so we can have you dry them.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, we can have you finish this one off.
So for our viewers who are going to want to try this at home, what are the items that you brought here today that we will need?
Alrighty, so we're going to need some stamp brushes. You can get these at your local craft store, a laser level. You can get these on Amazon. They're super affordable. And then just any paint samples that you might have lying around, just grab everything.
Oh, the samples, that's perfect
amount.
amount.
A certain type of paint?
No, it can be interior paint, any kind of paint that you want. I prefer using latex paint because it's water-based, it's easier to use. And then you want to grab the paint color that's already on your wall, because that acts like an eraser. If you make a mistake, like I did on this one, I brought it to show you guys. Because I messed up the pattern over here.
Let's see.
Just over here, and I left it for you just to see, you can just cover it up with the base paint color. And then just fix it.
I don't see the mistake, but okay.
Well,
that's great.
I know it's there.
So do you have a name for this technique? What do you call it?
This is just DIY faux block printed wallpaper.
Get as
creative as you
All right,
want
let's
with
see
the
what
name.
it's supposed to look like.
All right, ladies, let's grab you some foam brushes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna gently dip into the paint.
Because you don't want to smother the whole thing in
right? You just want to like dab, dab, dab.
Dab it out a little bit.
And then we just kind of do a little stamping.
That looks beautiful, right?
It looks so good.
And now, in reality, you're at home, you're going to have your laser level out. And so this gives you like a straight line. And then when you have your tape measure, I like to mark out my spacing,
Yes.
like every 3 inches or 6 inches, whatever you want your spacing to be. You mark it out with a pencil.
Okay.
And then you're easily just transferring the stamp onto your pencil marks.
Do you want to give it a shot, guys?
Yes, yes, we do.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So are we sticking with your color scheme here?
We're just doodling right now, so we are just going to practice.
Okay, am I sticking with this?
You can do that, yeah. You
Can we
just
move over a little bit?
Sure.
Just, you make it you, Kathy. It's DIY. Do it yourself.
Yeah, right
Right?
now,
Yeah.
the most important thing is to kind of,
Fariha, it's okay. Do it.
girlfriend, you're good. This is the first stamp where this is why we practice.
Did
and we
you
don't go to the wall.
make this design? Is this just something that you created?
Yes.
Just like you liked the look of this, and that's why you went with it.
Yeah, I have a thing for florals and botanicals and leaves and just block printing in general. And you know, I grew up going to block printing markets with my mom.
What
Girl,
happened?
you're good. You're good.
my God.
This is why.
Eraser.
This is why we have our handy eraser. And
I did that.
It's
I did
okay.
exactly what you shouldn't do.
But that's all right.
Put too much paint on there, right?
put too much paint on there.
it's dripping.
That is why we practice.
Okay.
And not go straight to the wall. Folks back home.
Just really quickly, you could use any print or design that you want, right?
You
It
could,
doesn't have to be-
absolutely. It doesn't have to be a circle. It could just be,
Let's see how she
show us.
fixes it. Okay.
it could be like a,
You could turn Kathy's mishap into another design.
you technically could.
A happy mistake.
You could do little,
Thank you, Lauren.
Fariha, you have some of these ideas in your book, though, right? So if we wanted to
do.
reference them, we absolutely can go in and find out.
Yeah.
This is how you should do it, and these are the materials that you'll need, right?
absolutely. We have all the materials, the full tutorial, everything's in the book. And it makes it really simple to understand how much paint to load in your brush, what not to do to overload the stamp.
You know, I was so excited. I was hopeful.
You did so good, Kathy.
You did really good.
Okay.
These are 2 really perfect circles.
Fariha, when you switch colors though, say I wanted to add 2 colors, are we letting the first coat dry
We are letting-
completely
Yes.
first?
How long does that take?
Like 2 minutes because it's such little paint that it dries in like a few minutes.
Okay.
And you're not like sitting around waiting for the paint
hours.
to dry.
Okay, I want to see where she takes this.
And then when your hand doesn't even have to be perfect. You can just like.
Okay, this is so cool. She makes it look so easy.
Now you don't
Here's
have to
a
do
beautiful.
this.
That looks beautiful.
Here's a beautiful flower I just created out of, amazing.
In 10 seconds.
Okay, so maybe Kathy and I will start smaller on like an accent wall.
You
or
don't
a
have to
notepad.
do a complicated
A notepad
flower.
would be great.
This-
Yes.
You can do the easier pattern, which is
Okay.
just a stick and 2 leaves. Do you want to try that?
I want to try
Yes,
that. I do
try
want to try
it.
it. Yeah, let me try.
And do not
Okay,
put too much-
a stick and 2 leaves.
Yes.
Not put too much
Not too much paint
on your
okay.
brush.
Okay.
Here's your.
Okay,
color.
and that's going to look like this one, right? A
Yes.
stick and 2 leaves.
Yes.
Okay, while I'm doing this, Kathy, you have to talk
Yes.
about Fariha's discount code that she's got for our audience.
So excited about
Lefty.
this. Pre-orders are available now for Home Improved. And if you want to attend her book launch on September 22nd, we have linked everything you need to know on our website, houstonlive.tv. Oh my goodness, Lauren, how are you doing? Are you doing better than? Oh my gosh, she's
She's doing
great.
so great.
She's doing great. Lauren gets an A, Kathy gets an F. Okay.
Fariha, thank you so much.
You are so welcome.